Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be exposing Alex Hormozi and his masterclass in marketing that he's just blown everyone away, blown everyone's expectations away. And I want to do a fun little challenge where you help me, we work together to really figure out the underlying psychological tricks that he's playing on everyone here throughout this whole live stream, where he printed $105 million in 3 days and broke a Guinness World Record for the most non-fiction book sales in the world ever as well. So this is just a bit of fun, and I know we can learn from it. Everyone's looking to learn a little bit more. Maybe you're procrastinating right now. Maybe you're watching YouTube and you're trying to watch more content to learn a little bit more. I'm doing this anyway because I'm trying to analyze every single thing he's put together. Because if you don't, I honestly think that you're just wasting so much potential, because all this information is out there. We just need to really dissect it. And why I'm doing it and why I think you benefit from watching me going through it as well, because I've noticed a hell of a lot from these slides. Every single thing is curated word for word, and it's there for a specific reason, every single word. And I want to break it down with you 5 minutes at a time so we can really focus on it. And if there's anything that I miss and you think you see that I don't see, that I don't specifically say, please comment below and let me know, because I'm going to be putting together all these slides with all the information of why I think he's saying every single word. So let's just work through it. Let's have a bit of fun. I've got to get the nerdy glasses on. I'm sorry. I used to be cool. I never used to be cool. I'm just not even trying with these glasses at this point. But anyway, just a bit of background on me, so why I think I have the ability to at least dissect this a little bit is we scaled a coaching brand itself to 250 active clients in the fitness space, which is pretty unheard of, especially when we don't have a big following or big organic audience. We scaled to a full team of coaches, a sales team, everything. So we did that, and one of the things I used was a welcome pack VSL, where we created slides like this, much smaller, about 10 to 15 minutes long, and we were psychologically moving people through a buy-in process while they watch the video before they speak to us, and the conversion rate just went through the roof from when we did that. So that's why I think I can understand a little bit more about what I'm seeing here. But let's just go through it together, and hopefully we can have a bit of fun doing this as well. So I'm literally just doing this just to learn with you. So let's go for it.
I'm Alex Hormozi, and welcome to my $100 million Money Models book.
Okay, first thing, I'm going to stop this. We're going to just do 5 minutes. He said, I'm Alex Hormozi. He's got over 3 million followers on just Instagram alone, I believe. He's got 3.69 million followers on subscribers on YouTube, which is probably worth a hell of a lot more. You can see that straight away. Why has he said, I'm Alex Hormozi? He's a big believer in you should always introduce yourself and always imagine that you're speaking to someone that has no idea who you are. Number one, it shows humility, that you're not just thinking you're some celebrity, but it makes you seem real. You introduce yourself like that to people you haven't met before. He's got a live stream with potentially, well, this has got over 1 million views now. So he knows there's going to be millions of people that's going to watch this, and he's just being he's trying to be relatable from the first second. That's there for a reason. Now, he's introducing the book launch
Event. And we're going to try and break not one,
this is a hook,
but 2 world records together here live.
Okay, so nobody knew that there was going to be a world record on the horizon here. So straight away he's hooking you in. He knows the importance of keeping your attention, even though he's managed to suck you out of the algorithms of Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever it is, and he's put you into this live event. He's still got to hook you in to make sure this is worth your time, and you've got to stay till the end.
So I've got the Guinness judges right here. Brittany, why don't you come on out?
This is fantastic.
Brittany's going to make sure that we check boxes and do the thing.
Okay, so in the online world today, there's a trust pandemic, right? You've heard people talk about this probably. Trust is at an all-time low, skepticism at an all-time high. People don't trust anyone anymore, even though this guy's extremely legit, and he's proven over the last 4 years that he over-delivers all the time on value. Again, validation, social proof, straight away. He's managed to say, I'm going to break a Guinness World Record, and you're thinking, oh, great, yeah, he's hooking me in. Maybe you're not even thinking that, right? But you're like, oh, this is interesting. He's going for a Guinness World Record. How many people then pull out a judge and say, this is legit? So straight away, he's already making himself seem extremely legit. And the background, I got to touch on the background as well. The background, he's showing everyone there live. He doesn't need to do that, but he's doing it for a reason, so that you know there's a lot of people watching this.
Things to make this legit. Thank you so much, Brittany. We all thank you.
That as well. That. Right. That's just his character. I think he's still being intentional with the fact he made sure to thank her and be really nice, and he took the time to look her in the eye and say thank you. And I think he genuinely means that, because he is a genuinely good guy, and that's his character showing through. But again, people, when they see stuff like that, they just think, oh, this guy is a really nice guy. He's not just a scam artist. He's not just doing a cash grab. I think they're seeing this and they're thinking, this guy's legit. He's a really nice guy. So I think that's just like, he's just winning points at this point here. You let me know if you disagree, but I think that was there for a reason.
So it's going to be a wild ride. And you guys are going to want to buckle up because it's going to get exciting.
Hooking you in.
Now, if you're anything like me, you know that businesses need money to grow.
Right, we can't skip past that. The first slide that you just saw, this is gone to the next one now. If you're anything like me, right? Every single one of these people that are watching this want to be like Alex Hormozi. If they've taken their time to take the time of the day to sit on a live stream when you know that it's going to be maybe just a YouTube video later on, they're sitting there and they want to be like him. They want to achieve the things he's done, or not even anything close to what he's done. He's sold, I think he sold 66% of Gym Launch and Alan, the software company, for, I think it was to American Pacific Group, and they sold for 42 million, I think. I don't know, you'll have to ChatGPT check that. 42 million, and I think they only sold 66%. So how many people are really going to sell their business, even sell their business at all, let alone for 40 odd million? You're not going to be like him, right? Most people are not going to achieve what he's done. Like the probability is just that's the fact. But he's saying, if you want to be anything like me, and people are like, yeah, I want to be like you, and now he's going to say, right, this is what I do. So you are automatically putting yourself in a box from an identity standpoint into whatever he says next.
So I'm going to show you the art of getting more customers to spend more money in less time, again and again.
Dream result, desire.
But I want to warn you, this isn't a promise you're going to become rich,
warn, hook,
fabulous, or fabulously rich, or get any other result.
Right. He's got to say that for legal reasons, to make sure he's not promising anything too much. But again, this is probably going to tie into, as you can see here, risk. So these are pre-objection handling, right? This is what we did the welcome pack framework for. You've got to make sure that you cover all these pre-objections when you can, either early in a conversation when you're having a potential sales call, or in a presentation like this. If you don't do this, these are just going to come up later on down the line. So he's already saying, if you're anything like me, you want to achieve desired result, desired outcome, but it does involve a little bit of risk.
Everyone is different. Scaling your business, like everything else in life worth doing, involves risk. And most people do nothing at all.
Yeah,
so your
you don't want to be like this guy.
So if you see text like this at the bottom of the screen, it's there to remind you.
You're already thinking, right? Most people do nothing at all. Most people fail. Most people don't achieve what I've achieved. But you're all thinking, I want to be like him. So whatever he says next, I want to shift my identity, shift my framework, or how I see myself into the actions of what he says I have to do.
That fact. And that's why I make free content every day to help you, the entrepreneur, to scale your business and make your results as good as I reliably can. And in the spirit of
this was something I absolutely loved when he first started making content, or when he first started really pushing YouTube. He used to start off his videos by saying, my name's Alex Hormozi. I run a portfolio company, or acquisition.com, that does $82 million a year. So I make free content like this to help all the small business owners that are once like me, trying to make ends meet. And then so that one day, once you get big enough, over $1 million a year, I think it was 3 million at the start, then I can one day maybe invest in you. So again, lowering that, what's it called? Like arms crossed type barrier that you've got up, the skepticism. He's lowering that to make you realize, this is why he does this. That makes sense. So instead of sitting there being all, arms crossed, thinking, what does this guy want? Why is he doing this? What does he want from me? He's giving you the reason straight away. So again, it's almost pre-objection handling.
Of that, this is the biggest free book launch event to help entrepreneurs and business owners I've ever put on, and maybe the biggest one in history.
Big hook.
We'll see.
Excitement. We'll see.
But I'm no saint.
Stay to the end.
I want to make money just like you, and I do all this so I can someday invest in your company and scale it.
There we go. He's just said what the hook was for all of his YouTube videos, especially in the early days. So he just said that again. So that's why he does it, because one day he might want to invest in you.
Scaling companies like yours by installing new money models.
New money models. You're going to see this a lot. That's the book, obviously, but he's placing that as the tool, the solution, the new shiny object that you need to make this thing happen.
Is how I make my money. Just to give you an idea, let me tell you something insane.
Hook.
I sold 3 companies I started as a kid.
There we go.
2 of them at $46.2 million in an all-cash deal to American Pacific Group.
46.2.
And then I took that money and invested it in new companies.
Validation, by the way. He's showing you validation, because if you didn't know that already, he's saying it. He's reminding it again. I should have known that figure because the amount of times he's mentioned it before, but here we are. So there we go. That's a prime example. I didn't know or remember the exact figure. He's reminding you. For most people, probably haven't watched as much content of him as I have, and he's had to say it again. So validation, proof.
I've since scaled under our holding company, acquisition.com. For context, the businesses in acquisition.com portfolio did in aggregate over $250 million in revenue in 2024.
So again, right? He is up here. He's like, I joke all the time. I say, "Oh Lord and Savior Hormozi," because me and the boys, I say boys. He's Andy, one of my friends slash guy I look up to that does really well. He's extremely successful. And Josh Thomas as well. He's running a hugely successful accountancy firm and other things as well. Massive entrepreneur behind the scenes. We joke about this all the time. We've consumed a lot of his content, and one of the biggest things that he talks about is just validation and proof all the time. Always having to relay it, always having to show it as much as you can. Show, don't tell. So he's doing that again. He's just showing this.
To give you an idea, if acquisition.com were a publicly traded company today, it'd be in the top 15% of all 51,000 publicly traded companies when we use net income as a measuring stick.
Yeah, so that's important. So he's now placing his company amongst the big boys. He's telling you where it would be if it was publicly traded, but it's not. It's privately traded. He's just stating that he is up here, but for that very reason, because he's putting himself up here, you'll see a lot of the slides are trying to bring him back down to relate to everyone else that's at the starting point, because he was once at the starting point. But he's nowhere near that anymore. But he has to make himself seem relatable for you to think, I can do this too, so I need this thing, and then I can get there.
So me saying this may create envy in some, anger in others.
I'm just going to tell you what he's going to do before he does it. So, absolutely love this. This is part of what I was saying at the start, where he's going to call out all the identity in this one, emotions that you're probably feeling right now or thoughts you're having right now. He's going to place them in the box of the most people that don't become successful, and then he's going to name the one emotion that you are feeling or you need to be feeling, because even if you're feeling skepticism or even if you're feeling envy, which are the negative ones and the people that don't make it, you're going to have to shift that belief system, shift that emotion to become the thing that he needs you to become to buy from him, which is crazy. But this is the genius behind the scenes. Every single word matters.
Skepticism in most, and confusion in old people.
Joke.
Inspire
Funny.
a select few.
There we go.
And you, the entrepreneur, the business owner, are who I made these money models for.
There we go. So that's where he's done.
It's also why my wife and I made it our mission to make real business education accessible for everyone.
And that's the mission.
Cool?
That's
Great.
important as
now
well.
You're all caught up.
The reason I say that's important is because not only do you have to have a valid reason as to why you're doing the thing, so that people lower their barrier, they're not as skeptical, but also they now see the bigger vision you're fighting for. Because a lot of people probably look at guys like him and they think, why is he still working? Why is he still working that hard? Because most people wouldn't be. Most people definitely wouldn't be. I'd say he's like 1 in a billion in terms of the people that still continue to work despite having all the money and freedom that they could have in the world. So he's got to give you a valid reason as to why he's doing this. And his mission is to make real world business information accessible to everyone. Hence, where this is going to go.
But you're not here for my story. You're here to take the next step in yours.
There we go.
So here's what I'll show you today. How good money models get more customers to spend more money.
Okay. How good money models get more customers to spend more money in less time over and over again. Okay. The bottom part of that sentence is desired result, exactly what you want to happen. And then money models is the solution. So he's saying how my solution will get you your desired result.
In less time over and over again.
You can literally switch that word for word with whatever your desired result is for your target audience, your service, and your solution, your service.
And when that happens, your business scales as fast as you can handle.
Desired outcome, dream outcome.
That said, money models work for marketing.
Pre-objection handling, all right? So this is the question you get on a sales call, maybe at the end. Okay, this all sounds great. Absolutely love it. But will this work for me? Here we go. By the way, this works for every single possibly thing you can imagine.
Agencies, online businesses, real estate, financial services, insurance, home services, local business, consumer services, automotive, healthcare, software, e-learning, e-commerce, and anything that sells stuff to anyone.
Which is everyone. So this works for everyone is what he's saying. But if he stood there and said, By the way, this, if you think, if he called this out straight away, you 100% wouldn't believe him as much. If he said, I'm just doing this slide to make sure that you realize this works for everyone, including you, it wouldn't hit the same. But he's just saying, I know this works for blah, 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 and everything that sells anything.
And I know they work because of two inarguable truths. One, I know they work because I use them in our portfolio companies today, which include finance.
This is the next question further down the line. So imagine someone just asks you on a sales call, they say, does this work for me? You say, yes, it does. And then they say, well, how do you know it works? And now he's answering that question.
Financial services, business services, consumer services, local businesses, software, e-commerce, and more. And two, no matter how complex a money model looks, there's only 4 types of stuff you can sell: software, information, services, and physical products.
Okay, so what he's doing here is he's a genius at doing this, by the way. I don't think, you know the famous, I don't know if there's a famous saying. I'm going to make it a famous saying. The famous saying that you only truly know what you're talking about when you can break it down so that a baby can understand it. That's definitely not a famous saying, but it's something that is common knowledge. If you can really break something down to teach someone, that shows you really understand what you're talking about. And he's very, very good at putting frameworks together. By the way, I 100% believe in everything he's doing, and his books and everything. They're fantastic and they've helped me a ton. I'm not taking anything away from him here. I'm just saying that everything he's doing, including this pitch, including every single word, is there for a reason to get people to buy. And that's what he's doing here. So he's now, instead of just saying this works for everyone, and he's listed all the businesses that it works for and everything, anyone that sells anything, he's now saying, I know this works. Why? Because there's only 4 things you can sell. And then he's put them into a box. He's managed to build a framework which everything fits into these, because now you're going to be sitting there on the live stream thinking, oh, I sell software. That's me. And then depending on what he says is going to obviously make you think, oh, this definitely works for software, so that's fine. I should buy this thing.
Products. And money models work in all of them, which, if your business sells stuff, includes yours.
This works for you.
So I've used money models my whole life. They got me to where I am.
Okay, so again, as you can see here, he is trying to be relatable. He's showing this before and after picture. Why? Because the picture on the left is far more relatable to the position that you're probably in right now, or the dream avatar he's got for this book launch, for who wants to buy this book. It's the person in the before photo. The right photo, almost no one is going to relate to that. Him being on stage, winning, probably just sold another couple of million, or another 10 million, whatever it's going to be. So that's what's there. It's relate. This is a relate slide.
I am. Everything I've accomplished, I have a money model to thank for it.
I have this solution.
So I know this works from experience and not theory. So I'm going to deliver for 2 types of people today. Number 1, the up and...
Okay, I'm sorry to be just pausing this so much, but there's so much going on. So I'm going to deliver for 2 types of people today. So now he's making the promise, and if any of you have tried the YouTube game, tried content, this is a new channel for me, by the way, so you'll see that there's like hardly any subscribers. But what I know is you need to 100% tell people why they should stay to the end. What are they going to get for it? And is the thing you're giving away, or whatever you're going to talk about for this video, going to specifically help them? And this is what he's going to make sure now. He's categorizing people into 2 groups to make sure he delivers for those people.
Becoming entrepreneurs, you need to put on your oxygen mask and take care of yourself and your family first. I promise you, I will help you get closer to that today for free. Period. So you're going to want to stay until the end, because I'm going to deliver on that big time. You have my...
Okay, so he's made a promise to the up-and-coming entrepreneurs. These are the people that probably don't have a massive amount of capital to put into whatever he is selling. But he's saying that regardless of that, even if you're worried about that and you're going to have to pay for something, don't worry, it's going to be free if you stay to the end today.
My word. And then second, the business owners, the players, the money makers.
Keyword.
I'm going to make it in your best interest to help me help everyone else. And if you decide to join me, I'll show you how we can accomplish both our goals together.
Okay. Players, right? The reason I've said that, because he emphasized that word as well, and money word. I have to talk about this. So how many people do you think are sitting there with no money that were in that first group? That were in that first group, the up-and-coming entrepreneurs, right? And they probably said straight away, as soon as they heard that, they were like, that's me. But then they saw the business owners, the players, the money makers. They're like, but I want to be that thing. So this is going to 100% translate to the end when he actually pitches, where people are going to, even if they don't have the money, and they shouldn't be doing this thing, they're going to be really incentivized to think, if I want to be the business owner, the player, and get what these guys are getting, I need to find a way to invest in this thing. And that's what some people will generally be thinking and would 100% have done.
So here's what we're going to cover in our short time together today. Number one, what you're going to get from being here. Number two, what kills 82% of businesses. As much as I'd love to say it's lack of hard work, it's not that. Number three, the one thing that makes a business impossible to kill. And number four, how to apply it to your business today.
Okay. What can you see here with these four things? So what you're going to get for being here, he's just promised that on the first slide, or the slide before this. What kills 82% of businesses? Basically, what are the pain points and the things that you don't want to happen in your business is what he's going to talk about. Then he's going to talk about the one thing that makes a business impossible to kill. So this is the dream that you want again. This is the thing that you want to happen. And he's going to just slam that home. And then how to apply it to your business. So everyone's always worried about, does this work for me? He's going to slam home that this will 100% work for you.
So let's start with the first, what you're going to get for being here. So let's start by addressing the elephant in the room. Am I really going to give everyone here who's live a secret project I've been working on for 4 years
building it up
that's
now.
better than an NFT and less than a Bitcoin? Yes.
And curiosity.
1,000%, yes.
And it's free.
And every single person here live today will get one for free. But I can't tell you what it is yet.
You need to stay,
You'll have to stay and find out.
Yeah, literally.
But just so you know it's legit, this is something that I will sell. And at the end of this live stream, I'll tell you how to get it for free.
Okay, so I'm going to end it here, but he's just said, I'm going to sell it after this event, because so many people give away free lead magnets, especially since Alex has blown up himself. His books, his methods has blown up, and now the industry has become saturated with people giving away so much free stuff that even people don't want free stuff anymore. It's the first time ever that people actually say no to free stuff, and they don't want it because they know where it's going, right? He is saying here that this is going to be literal value. It's going to be sold. It's going to have a price, though he will attach a price to it here before he gives it away for free as well. But he's making it clear that this is actually really worth something and people will pay money for this. But you here today, live, for making the time and effort, you will have it for free. So again, he's just building up the value even more so you actually want it and you will stay. Now, if you like this, comment below. Like I said, I want to do this with you, and I'm doing it because I'm going to be doing it anyway. I'm already analysing it. I'm going back and forth every single one of these slides and just really trying to work out what's going on here, because if you don't study it, it's a masterclass in marketing. He's done 105 million from a pitch, which is unheard of. So we need to study it, and if we can do it together, then all the better. Hope you enjoy it, and make sure you subscribe if you're trying to grow a service business online. That's what this channel is about. So hopefully I will see you there. Thank you.